happy day. Myself from Wonderworld Montessori School, Sanjeevani Nagar, Jabalpur. Today I am going to take science for primary classes and the topic is very interesting, matter and molecules. So if you like our channel Wonderworld Montessori School, Sanjeevani Nagar, Jabalpur channel, kindly subscribe for it and don't forget to press the bell icon. With that, let's start matter and molecules. Now everything around you, just look at the pictures on the screen. Most of the things around, not most, everything around you, living or non-living, is made up of matter. Now what is matter made up of? When we say matter, you just think of a chalk, and if we just crush a chalk, what do we get? We get small crystals of chalk, isn't it? And so is the case. If we crush off any matter, we get what we get? We get the atoms. We get molecules. Matter is made up of molecules. A molecule is the tiniest particle of something that will be just like it. मतलब वो दोनों कोई समान है. Molecule is the tiniest particle which is something that will be just like it. A molecule of water is the tiniest particle that will behave like water. A molecule of sugar is the tiniest particle that will behave like a sugar. Now what is molecule made up of? Molecules are made up of atoms. Now atoms means something which cannot be broken further. That is, इसको हम और नहीं तोड़ सकते. So the molecule is made up of more tiniest part, and that is known as atom. Just like molecules, atom can also be different from one another, but while there are millions of different kind of molecules, there are just about 100 different kinds of atoms. मतलब ये atoms मिलते हैं और ये different combination में जब मिलते हैं तो different molecules बनाते हैं और इन molecules मिलके फिर ये matter बनाते हैं. चलिए कुछ और definitions हम देखते हैं. That is elements and compound. Now हमको पता चल गया atoms से बना molecule. Now molecule कैसे होते हैं? When molecules have same kind of atoms, मतलब जब उसमें same kind के atoms होते हैं, then that is element. That is, element has same kinds of atoms. While as compound, in a compound has same kind of molecules, but each molecule has more than one kind of atoms. Now example is very good for this. Example is giving down. That is sugar plus water, carbon dioxide and petrol. All these are compounds, because in sugar we have carbon, we have hydrogen, and then we have oxygen also. In water we have H2O, that is hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide we have carbon and oxygen. While as elements, in elements the name given are oxygen, iron, carbon, nitrogen. Oxygen is O2. It is made up of two atoms, but they are of the same kind. While as if you compare with water, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So that becomes a compound. Now let's see some more things. Molecules and atoms in an element. Oxygen is an element, and oxygen molecule has two atoms of oxygen, which I explained to you previously. Now let us see the physical and the chemical changes. Now what is physical change? पहले तो हम physical किसे कहते हैं? जब हम जो उसका रूप है. What is physical? जो उसका रूप है, that is its shine, its shape, all this comes under physical changes. And chemical changes, जो उसका how do I explain you chemical changes? Some changes are called chemical changes. They are different from physical changes. These changes are always permanent and they cannot be reversed. Like अगर हम कागज को जलाए तो हमें जो मिलेगा जला हुआ कार्बन, जो काला काला बचता है, क्या हम उससे पेपर बना सकते हैं? नहीं. So इस तरह के changes को हम chemical changes कहते हैं. While as physical changes, these are just a change in state. They are temporary. They can be reversed. The kind of molecule stays in the same. That is, the kind of molecule stays the same. उसके molecule में कोई change नहीं होता है. Now let's see some example. Some changes are called physical changes. These are just the change of state. they are temporary, they cannot be reversed. The kind of molecules remains the same, and this is the kind of molecules remain the same. Now, this is the example when you take water. If you lower the temperature, it becomes ice, and if you heat it up, it becomes steam. So, here the form is changing, the physical form is changing, solid, liquid and gaseous, but the molecule is remaining the same. Now, next we come to chemical change. The chemical changes, now this is a very good example. You take lemon and milk and then you just heat it up. It will curdle up or it will become cheese या पनीर बन जाता है. क्या हम पनीर से फिर से दूध प्राप्त कर सकते हैं? No, we cannot. So, these changes are permanent and they cannot be reversed. Now, let us see the next, that is dissolving in water. Now, some solids can dissolve in water. They are called water soluble solids or solutes. Sand is a water soluble solid. Some liquids can dissolve in water. These are called miscible liquids. Alcohol and glycerine, we can dissolve it in water and they are miscible. While as oil, can we dissolve oil in it? In water? No, we cannot. And this is called immiscible liquids. There are many other liquids which are solvent for some solids and liquids. For example, oil dissolves in petrol. Enamel paints dissolve in a liquid called thinner. Some gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen can dissolve in water partially. Chlorine and ammonia dissolve radially in water. मतलब वो अच्छे से water में dissolve हो जाते हैं. So, इस तरह हमें water में क्या क्या dissolve होता है वो पता चलता है. So, we have learned the name solvent. A liquid in which a thing is dissolved is called solvent, and which is dissolved is called solute. So, some solids can dissolve in water. They are called water soluble solids or the solutes. जिसको हम dissolve करते हैं वो solute होता है, जिसमें हम dissolve करते हैं वो solvent होता है. तो water is a common solvent we take. With this, thank you very much. If you have any problems, kindly put it in comment box. Thanks. Bye.